Hello everybody, it's Kevin again and welcome back to another Woodland Camp and Craft video. In today's video is going to be a review video, and today we are reviewing the Condor Bushlore. Now, as always, whenever I do reviews, I never do a review until it's had at least 12 months in the field, and this has now had about 14 months I believe. So yeah, I got this Condor as an upgrade to Moras. I mean, I've been using cheap and cheerful Moras for a couple of years, but I wanted to upgrade it to something a bit more comfortable, shall we say, and possibly a bit more prettier. And before I went out and brought a maker's custom knife, I wanted to see how I got on with something a bit bigger, and see how I looked after it really, because I never disrespect my kit, but I don't polish every single thing as soon as it goes away and get it all spick and span and shiny. The kit is kit, and it gets used hard. So when I first started looking at these, there was around £35, but I left it a while, possibly 6, 7, 8 months, something like that, and then when I went back to buy one, I couldn't buy one for less than about £50, £51 off Green Man Bushcraft, I think this was. But what attracted me to this was mainly that price. It was a bit bigger, a bit better looking than a Mora, and I heard good reviews about the leather sheaths it came with, so this is what I went for. So actually using it, it's a good size for a bushcraft knife and a wood knife in the woods. It's very comfortable. It's very nicely weighted. I'm not sure what steel it is, but you know, it's done all right. It keeps an edge relatively well. Scandi grind, and you know, basically it's not a bad looking knife, and a good looking sheath. A very well made sheath actually. This come all nice, shiny. All the edges was burnished and slicked. I mean, they've worn off now and got rubbed up in my kit. So yeah, nice sheath, comfortable on the belt. The one thing about this knife is that the only 2 times I've ever really asked a lot of it, I've ended up with 2 big chips. Once down in Leicester when I was at the Maasai gig preparing some wood for the fire, and then once, I can't remember when, but the only 2 times I've ever asked out of it, I've ended up having to put 4 hours in getting the edge back. So it leads me to believe that the metal is probably a bit soft. It's a bit, I don't know, if you needed to give it a good welly, if it was in a survival situation, my honest opinion is that it's not going to last you that long. But for, you know, for general woods use, I mean, I carve with this, you know, before I get onto the finer work, and it handles it all right, and it keeps a nice edge if you're not too demanding of it. So, you know, for medium duty work, not heavy duty work, it's a good knife and it will serve you well. So that's the Condor Bushlore. I will take a better picture of a close-up of the sheath and the knife. You'll see it's well used and well worked. I mean, that's what kit is to me. It has to be used. Now, ratings. I would have to say a Kev rating of around 7 out of 10. It's a good upgrade on the Moras. It's comfortable in your hand, it's nicely weighted, but from my experience it's a little bit soft, so it has to be a 7 out of 10. Condor Bushlore.